Yo, what's good, family? Make sure y'all like the stream. I'm back live. What is going on, family? What is going on, family? I'm JayeDeBlack, if you don't know. And we're going to talk about some things. We have a lot of topics and things I want to talk about. But make sure, shout out to David Dice.
We quality black men don't wish evil on no one, especially black women, but honestly we don't give a F about her or what happened to her. It's not our problem. We didn't do it.
Appreciate that, David. I appreciate that. Salute to you, David, with the first super chat, starting off the stream right. Shout out to you, David, for starting off the stream right. Yeah, this is the thing, man. Like, we don't wish evil on anybody, but people have been fucking with us for so long that you're going to get some responses that are very vicious, but it's in response to the treatment that black men have been receiving. Just like I've been told you can't tell a person how to respond, I don't tell nobody how to respond. Y'all don't want me to tell people how to respond? I don't tell people how to respond. They respond in the way they want to respond, but we live. We are live, people. We're going to talk about, this is probably going to be my last time really addressing this Ashlee Jenae thing. I was actually going to talk about this last week, but I decided to put off going live because I don't want to go live just speaking about one topic. I think that's boring, right? But when I had more to speak about, then I go live, which is tonight, right? So, today or tonight, yeah. But salute to everybody that's here, all right? Now, let's see who's here in the chat early. Let's see who's here. Andre, Mellow Bird. It's been a while since even Mellow Bird was good. TW, Garrison, YGJ, Troy, Kelso, Beefer, Sherelle, David, is that you, Jalen? The Knife 12, is that you, Jalen? I think that's Jalen. Let's Talk, Joe, Christopher, Matthew, Jay, black women in the sisterhood threatened to call my mother. What? Let me tell you something, man. This is why you have to, if I'm you, I would not be directly dealing with these heifers, because these are heifers with nothing to lose, especially if they're hiding their identity. They will try to destroy your life. If they ain't got nothing to lose, they will try to destroy your life. That's what I would tell you. First out was good. Yeah, so yes, shout out to the FBAs, you know what I'm saying? We in here. Curtis was good. So I'm usually asleep when you go live. I wake up at about 5. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. I know because I usually be going live late at night, but I've been trying to switch it up just to see which time fits the best for me, right? Or, for anybody else, right? Because I don't want to wait. Sometimes I think I'm getting tired of waiting to about 9 or 10 to go live. Why don't I just do it? I think this might be because I actually used to go live between like 6 and 7, Is it Jaya Moss? What's good? Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. What's good, Daryl? Daryl Jones. Shaq the Kid was good. Yeah, they're mad. They're big mad. Listen. I'm a black man. I am a black American man. I speak from my experiences as a black American man. And what I know about the black female in America is that she has been complaining about black men for so long. Now they want to divest or swirl. They've been talking all this shit, right? But the one thing about us as men, we always move on. You only have to tell us once that you don't want to deal with us or talk crazy to us. We move on. I remember I was out and about yesterday and I seen this petite Caucasian woman. She looked like she's a nurse, and she was with this brother. I could be wrong. He may work for the city or work for a company, some sort of company that requires you to wear those jackets. And I said to myself, that don't fit the stereotype they try to put out there about black men and white women. What's good, Divine Photos?
The irony, they mad at brothers for not having sympathy for Ashlee, but didn't have an issue calling out Kobe and Kevin Samuels when they passed away.
Yes. Oh, appreciate it. They had a lot to say about Kevin Samuels. XL Pro, they made fun of Kevin Samuels when he was alive and when he was deceased, but they went after him hard when he was deceased. And then when you see these black women one by one lose their lives to these non-black men that they worship, they don't want the energy to be kept. You know what I'm saying? They want people to bottle it up. That's why I say I'm not going to tell people how to respond. People respond the way they feel like they have to, because we see what you do and we're just keeping that energy. What's good, Poetry Prophecies? What's good? It's good to see you here. Boss Lady, what's going on? Did get notification. That's how YouTube is, Boss Lady. That's why I say, Boss Lady, make sure that you are on my other platforms, X, Facebook, and even Instagram. I put up a post on Instagram every time I go live. Rayuga was good. Kathy was good. The man was good. Make sure y'all like the stream. Right, salute to the FBA. What's good, G. Marie Rochester? Yeah. They want to forget about what they said about Kevin Samuels, right? And other black men who've lost their lives. David Carroll. Y'all remember what that heifer, Crystal Carrison, said? Which I don't think y'all should believe a word that comes out of her lying mouth. That woman is a failure when it comes to dating. Like most of these female dating coaches, they're all failures. And you know what I'm saying? So they make fun, like there've been numerous black men who've been with white women that they made fun of when they lose their lives. All it takes is for them being with a white woman, and they get this blind rage. What's good, Rider Wise? Right, Daryl, there was no outrage. All the pro-black women on social media that love talking about white supremacy, and they love talking about what white people do this and white men do that. But when that Seattle Seahawks player almost beat the life out of that black woman, silence. And they were talking shit to us. Like, why are we asking them to say something? I thought you gave a shit about black women. So I guess you don't care about black women. You just care about pushing a narrative. Because if that Seattle Seahawks player was black, all these heifers would have been mad. You know what I'm saying? Shaming, pointing fingers.
The divestment crew been getting they butt kicked.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate that, Sir Shah. The divestment community is an entire failure. Like, who believes in that? But let me put this up. Legend Sampson said he saw the IG post. Cool. Appreciate you being here. Let me put the socials up in case you haven't seen it, so y'all know where to go. And so you can follow, make sure that you're keeping up. Make sure y'all send topics to the email as well. If you don't like to use email, you can always tag me on X or send it to me on Instagram. I don't really answer my Facebook messages because they're a mess, right? So those other platforms will do just fine. All right. Shout out to Sir Shy again.
Some sisters giving John a pass. They can't go back.
Oh, I know that. Of course they're going to get that white man a pass. Speaking of a pass, why hasn't Lauren Crime did a video? Lauren Crime been talking nonstop about David and the situation with David being arrested and all that, but they haven't made not one video towards this situation with Ashlee Jenae. Where's your video, Lauren Crime? Why is it so easy for you to make videos about black men, but when it comes to that white man, you don't say shit? How about that? Oh, it's definitely a sickness, Poetry. Definitely a sickness. And speaking of a sickness, we have a Jamaican heifer, who's the other female we're going to talk about tonight. For those of you who are subscribed to JayeDeBlack, and if you aren't, you should be, I posted a video yesterday about this British Jamaican female who ran over a girl who she was brawling with. Now, the videos that I saw, she wasn't the girl that got ran over, the Polish female. It was two other girls. It was two other big back girls, flatbacks, whatever. They weren't big, but flat, And they were the main ones jumping on her. But she ran over the other girl because they said that she instigated the jumping. That's what I'm seeing now. They're trying to say that the girl that got ran over, she instigated it, whatever. But we're going to talk about non-accountability. Non-accountability. We're going to talk about that as well. Again, make sure y'all like the stream. But I want to know, why are black women quiet about this Ashlee Jenae situation? The same ones that got so much to say about passport bros. Where are you heifers that make videos about passport bros? You make videos about passport bros getting unalived overseas. Where are your videos about what happened in Tanzania? Where's your video? Law and Crime, where's your video? Law and Crime ain't got not one video about this situation. If they do and I missed it, y'all let me know. I don't see it on their page because I was looking for it. Why are people trying to give this guy the benefit of the doubt? Oh, because he's white. Oh, he's a white male who is in corporate America. He's been on Fox News, business or whatnot. So I guess he gets the benefit of the doubt. Hey, a shout out to everybody who's here live with me on my other platforms, Twitch, Kick, Rumble. I'm on all those platforms. So if y'all on those platforms as well, you don't like being on YouTube, you could just be on those when I go live. Right there, JayeDeBlack. Type me in if you're not subscribing. If you're not subscribed yet. Yeah, why is Law and Crime not speaking on this? They're very quiet. But it's so easy for you to talk about. Now, again, the David situation is crazy. I understand why they're speaking on it. But some of these other topics, you mean you couldn't talk about it? Like you didn't got the facts or information that's going on over there? And by the way, people are saying that Joe is broke. He's a broke bum. He's a crypto millionaire bum. He ain't got no money. He couldn't pay for the trip. And apparently he may have a whole family somewhere. But you divested heifers are weirdos. You're weirdos. So I want to say this to you divested heifers. How does it feel to know all your rhetoric, all your white man worshiping continues to embarrass black women? Make sure y'all like the stream because we're going to go in. What's good, Prime? Salute to everybody that's here. Mark, was good. How does it feel, divestors who get on here and you talk crazy about black? We all you got. And I said this in my last live stream, which was a great live stream. We are all you have at the end of the day. Why are you talking crazy to us? White men aren't going to have your back. You don't see white men making videos in defense of you. They're on code. This is what the devil does. People talk about white supremacy. But we need to talk about the white network, where they work together to bring less embarrassment on their community. It don't matter if they're Democrat, Republican, Independent, whatever makes the white race look bad, they're going to make sure they minimize it as much as possible. And the white people who run platforms like Law and Crime, they're not going to address it because they're like, damn, he's a crypto millionaire. He's middle-aged. He's with this younger black woman on vacation and she just lose her life. Should we post or should we, This is what I'm talking about. White people do everything they can to make each other look less bad. And divestors. You're not a part of that network, no matter how much you try. The swirl community collapsed because your leader is a fraud. Your leader couldn't keep a man. And just like with the divestors and the gold digger community, and we're going to get into the gold digger community because they took an L today, because the face of the gold digger movement, Kamora Simmons, her white zaddy, is seeking spousal support. And he's probably going to get it too. Because, you know, he probably had to pay so much money back to the government after he stole it. He stole to buy that house for them, have that house built or whatever. It's over. It's over for you. Your rhetoric is stupid. You heifers get on here and talk crazy about black men. Why? You heifers are taking L's. Story after story proves that white men, your life doesn't mean anything to the majority of white men. It doesn't. These men are meeting up with you off apps and taking your life at the same time. Now, people say that, you know, maybe there's a such thing as like slumming guilt. These guys feel like they're slumming, so they end up taking the lives of these women because they feel disgusted in themselves for actually dealing with non-white women. That's probably a thing, because I don't think that these men are forcing themselves on these women. These women are willingly going to go see these men. So why are these men crashing out and taking these women's lives? Meanwhile, you heifers are silent. How many stories do we have to see of this? And then it'll be the whataboutism. What about what black men do to black women? You heifers are sick. Shout out to Jenae.
Winter is here and it's not my fault.
Appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. It isn't. It's none of our fault. These heifers' fault because they keep choosing wrong. And winter's definitely here, even though it's spring. Winter's here for you heifers because y'all are a confused group of people who are acting as if you have all these options and choices, but you keep choosing wrong. And you keep getting proved wrong. And it starts with the way these heifers are raised. And also the type of women that they surround themselves with. Women that they believe in. Women, they like the women they watch on YouTube, and they actually believe these women are rich, multimillionaire housewives. No, these women are living paycheck to paycheck. YouTube paycheck to paycheck. These women ain't living no luxurious life. They're giving you bad advice. Right, Kayla Nicole, perfect example of an obsessed black woman who wants to be with a white man. She's put her entire life on hold for him, thinking that he's going to come back to her. Just lousy, right? Won't date nobody else because she wants to be with that white man. It's sick. Sick. This is where we're at, people. These women are taking so many L's, and they have been proven wrong every single time. But again, all you have to do is tell black men one time that you don't want to deal with us. And we're going to go overseas. We're going to date non-black women. You don't have to tell us once. The divestment community needs to be investigated. Just like they're investigating, what's good, Kev? What's good, accounting time? Just like they're investigating the red pill, trying to interview streamers about the red pill. You dudes are 10 years too late. The real red pill content creators who knew about this are all gone. Now you're dealing with frauds and people who are wannabes. And some of them don't even claim the red pill. And it's a shame that you got men who should know better who will listen to those guys. But anyway, what happened with Ashlee Jenae should be a cautionary tale. She was on social media talking crazy about black men. So that's black men's fault that she was talking crazy about us. So we're just supposed to ignore that. And also, if you look at the Tanzanian reports, they are confirming that she took her life. What are we supposed to do with that? What are we supposed to do with that?
JayeDeBlack, keep bringing the fire, fire, fire.
Thank you, Alan Lavelle. Appreciate the super chat, man. Appreciate you, man. Salute to you for supporting this fight against these lying heifers and these devils. Appreciate it. King Dambo, what's good? Salute to everybody. So thank y'all for being here tonight, man. Make sure y'all like the stream again if you haven't. Cause I feel like the media, and let me get on the Simps. I don't know what has happened, but we have, you know how they have the Arab Spring? Well, we have the Simp Spring because a lot of these Simps are springing up out of nowhere, especially on TikTok. TikTok is fostering a lot of beta male energy, and they all look alike. They all look like lames. They all look like, and again, I'm 100% against bullying, but these guys probably got bullied growing up, and they're trying to be extra pro-black because they're trying to fit in because they never fit in before. So now they are the defenders of black women, but none of these dudes are with black women. Some of these dudes are biracial. You know, they trying to, you know, put some extraness on there, but these dudes have some ulterior motive for their BS. What's good, Brian? Mr. Hill, what's going on? I just want black people to do better as a whole because we have really sabotaged each other and we've allowed others to sabotage us. And it's due to low self-esteem, especially with melanated women. There's a lot of low self-esteem with black women walking around here trying to look like white women. And that low self-esteem is inherited by the daughters because, again, the father's not there. The father's not there. So when the father's not there, the daughter's going to take after her mother, just like these males who grew up in a single mother household is going to grow up extremely over emotional and sensitive. I think a lot of these simps grew up without a father. So they take on feminine characteristics and they're very weird and they want to attack men. It's like, okay, black man, why are you attacking another black man? It's because you didn't have a black father in your life. So to you, that black woman deserves to be put on a pedestal and black men deserve to only be with black women. I guess in their minds, you can't be with nobody else. It's because he didn't grow up with a father. So for a black man to not want to deal with a black woman in America, these women are hella toxic. There's no more toxic woman on this planet than the Americanized black woman. I'm telling you right now, these heifers are toxic. They're toxic. They really think that they could compete with men. But what we see is them drowning. And they're not even asking for help. And what are we to do? Are we to help a group of people who say over and over that they don't want or need our help? Or we just mind our business. Like y'all be telling us to mind your business. Okay, we'll mind our business. These interracial relationship dynamics is very interesting. I've done a number of videos on interracial dating years ago. I may have to do some remakes because I've done some classic commentary on IR dating. You know, and I've had a lot to say over the years. Hold on, let me see if I can look in the archives. Black men achieve greatness when they are with non-black women, ? I made that 9 years ago. Why successful black men are starting to ignore gold digging women. I made that 9 years ago. All on my JayeDeBlack channel. Why are successful black men hated in the black community? I made that 9 years ago. I was in my bag when I made some of these videos. How the Get Out movie triggered people to hate black men who date white women. Oh man, yeah, I was definitely in. Why more black men are staying single? I made that 8 years ago. Yeah. You know, I've had these conversations. Let's see. Yeah, I've had these conversations, like, you know, just really getting to the root of what's going on, because those conversations were tough back then because people didn't want to hear the truth.
These sassy simps attack black men even more than these quiches, who don't find them attractive.
Right.
You can tell many of them are rainbow.
Right. Appreciate that, Brian. Yeah, these dudes are very sassy. Very sassy. Like, who raised you? Who raised you to be this sassy? You dudes. Like, because you know it wasn't no father there. That's why they hate other black men. This is why it's so easy for them to attack black men, because they didn't have a father in their life. All that feminine energy. All that feminine energy. And that's why I tell y'all, man, the red pill philosophy saves lives. You don't see red pill men crashing out. You don't see red pill men obsessing over women that don't want them. We just move on. We move forward. But a lot of you dudes who are stuck in the matrix are, you become traumatized by the behavior of these women, that these women don't respect you. Yeah, they did, Philadelphia. Absolutely they did. But you can't silence the truth. The world has become more red pill. Men are more aware now than ever before. Why do you think women are scared to expose men now? They weren't afraid to do that 5 years ago. It's because women know these men are going to crush them. So they keep their BS to themselves now. They understand that these men are more self-aware, and they're not going to put up with you heifers trying to destroy a black man's life. Okay? And the thing is that black men are so hated, but they're so loved. Everywhere we go, we get love. I see black men going all around the world, getting a lot of love from everywhere they go. The propaganda will tell you that black men are unsafe in these other places. I'm not saying these other places are perfect. What I'm saying is we have to live our lives. We cannot wait for others to live our lives for us. And these women choose hate. Ashlee Jenae, whether y'all want to hear this or not, she chose to have disdain and hate in her heart for black men. That cannot be ignored. No matter how much you want to ignore it, it cannot be ignored how much disdain she had for black men. And then you look at what she ended up choosing. Look at what she ended up choosing. Salute to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all like the stream. Salute to everybody that's coming in here. Again, we're live on multiple platforms. I might have to go live at this time more often, you know. But yeah, man, listen, you heifers that are mad because of the responses you sent, black men are just keeping energy. Checks and balances. We're not afraid to speak about how we feel about a situation. We can't let y'all go. Let this go. As far as the disrespect, because you heifers have gotten so comfortable disrespecting black men to where now you heifers think you can fist fight a black man. And we not gonna let it go. Absolutely not. Shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to everybody that's here. Now, there's a story I did. How many of y'all seen the video that I posted on my JayeDeBlack channel in regards to the two Instagram models that were brawling? I called it the BBL brawl. and one of them decided to get behind the wheel of a car and run over the other. She ran over 3 people. She ran over a female and a guy that had, life-altering injuries. Now, in my initial video, I thought the woman was unalive because that's what the early reports were. So the earlier reports, because especially in my other video, was that influencer Claudia Glam had lost her life. But in an update, they're saying that she's fighting for her life. I believe she could be on a machine, but her family does not want to pull the plug. That could be what it is. Or maybe she's legit fighting through this. But if any of y'all seen this video, that is one of the most horrific videos I've seen, because she ran over 3 people. 2 got horrific life. One had a life-altering injuries, and the other has life-threatening injuries. And there was a second woman that was ran over. This woman, you could just tell she's out there getting her ass whooped. She's getting jumped on, and instead of her, because she did try to get in her car once, and the big girl went over there. The big back went over there and kept fighting her. There are people that are saying that the girl. Let me tell y'all who these 2 are. That is the one in jail. And that is the one that has the life-threatening injuries. They're saying that she and her friends started with her over some Tanzanian rapper. And now her friend made it seem like it was over being unfollowed. That just makes no sense. Unless she confronted her about it and her and her friends jumped on her. I don't think it's a situation where those girls just went over there and started jumping on her. They probably were exchanging words. And heifers get drunk. I believe she was drunk. That's why she got behind the wheel of that car and did what she did. And the thing is escalated, right? All over men. I told y'all, women are obsessed with men. This is why these women get surgeries. They get surgery because they're obsessed with men. They're obsessed with getting a certain type of man. That's why I said rappers are high-valued men. Look at what women are willing to do to their bodies in order to get the attention of a rapper. And look at what they're willing to do to other women in order to get that rapper. They're willing to take the life of another woman. And the thing is, drunk or not, she had time to think about what she did, and she did anyway. Even though they're trying to say it's attempted homicide, no, she should still get a lot of time in prison, because there were 2 people injured, not just her, but it was a man who has life-altering injuries. So it should be attempted murder. It should be 2 counts of attempted homicide, because she almost took the life of 2 people. But they're trying to minimize it, like they always do when it comes to women. They want to minimize it and say, you know what, she didn't mean to do it. She absolutely meant to do it. Now, there's this white supremacist on Twitter, because that's what he is. He's a UK white supremacist. I'm assuming he's from the UK. And he's trying to blame this on all black people. Let me tell you something. It has nothing to do with black people. This female, I believe, is Jamaican British. It has nothing to do with black people. Blaming the behavior of one drunk heifer on all black people just shows why Caucasian men are continuing to lose power and influence, because you are looking in the wrong directions. You're trying to make it a black and white thing when really it's 2 heifers. One is Polish, I believe, which is her, and the other one is Jamaican. And you're trying to make it seem like it's a black thing. No, it has nothing to do with black people. But I understand you got these low self-esteem white males who are weak, and they don't want to fight what's going on in their country head on, so they want to get online and talk crazy. I understand that. I understand it's the easy thing to do. It's easy to get online and talk crazy, but you won't go out in public and say the things that you said on Twitter. If y'all know what I'm talking about, go look up Riel UK. That's her name right there. Go look that up on Twitter. You'll see what I'm talking about. Everybody talks tough on social media, but nobody's actually going to do shit. Anyway, let's get into this update. This is actually an update to the video I did, right? Influencer Claudia Glam is in life-threatening condition after another influencer, Riel UK, allegedly she did run her over with her car. Everybody saw it. Riel UK is facing attempted homicide charges after the incident. Video of the incident circulated online with Riel UK appeared to run over Claudia Glam with her car after a violent altercation. An influencer is facing attempted homicide charges and another is in critical condition after a violent altercation on Sunday, where one allegedly ran over the other with her vehicle. Gabrielle Carrington, that's a very UK name, known online with the handle Riel UK, appeared in court on April 21st, where she faced charges for allegedly attempting to take the life of another influencer by running her over with her car. According to the Manchester Evening News and London Evening Standard, the outlets report that the charges named Claudia, I'm not even going to say that last name, an influencer known under the handle Claudia Glam, as the alleged victim. In the early hours of April 19th, the Metropolitan Police were called to the central London in response to reports that a car had been involved in a collision with pedestrians. Per a press release, in a video of the incident that circulated online, Carrington appeared to run over another woman with her car following a physical altercation. While reading the charges in court, prosecutor Rizwan Amin said that Carrington could be seen in CCTV footage re-entering the vehicle she had arrived in and driving into what appeared to be Claudia, who was dragged forwards and dropped between the vehicle and a metal bike rack, per the Manchester Evening News. She has been charged with attempted homicide, causing grievous bodily harm with intent, assault, occasioning actual bodily harm, dangerous driving, and drink driving. Police said she did not enter any pleas during Tuesday's court hearing, the Manchester Evening News reported. Does she have representation? I saw a picture. They did a drawing. There was a drawing done of her. She had her jail clothes on. She's putting up a heart sign with her hands. This heifer was just completely out of it. Police also said that a man in his 50s sustained life-changing injuries, and another woman in her 30s was treated with minor injuries. Police acknowledged the existence of extremely graphic footage of the incident and urged the public to refrain from sharing it. They're not doing this because of the victim. I want y'all to understand this. They're saying this not because of what happened to this victim, which is her. They don't want people resharing it because of the heifer who was behind the wheel. They're trying to protect this minority. And listen, I know what goes on in the UK. Okay, I know that the UK is pushing policies. They're pushing for more immigration. They're trying to make the country brown. I understand all of that. That's why you have suspected white supremacists crashing out on social media. Even though it, again, had nothing to do with black people, but they don't want the heifer who was in the car to look bad. They don't really care about what happened to her. They just care about not having people see what that heifer did, because they don't want minorities to look bad in the UK. The UK is a very weird place now, you know. Both Carrington and Claudia are known online for sharing lifestyle and fashion content, including their international travels, which are sponsored, by the way, by some rapper or some dude with money. Let's see. Detective Chief Inspector of the Metropolitan Police, Alison Foxwell, said in a statement that police are seeking witnesses to come forward with new information. And while this incident took place in the early hours of the morning, venues in the area were still open, and we believe a number of people will have seen what happened, she said, per the BBC. I would urge anyone who witnessed the collision or any activity prior to it that they feel may be of relevance to come forward. Yeah. But yeah, this is the update that I wanted to do because I kind of felt like I left everything on a cliffhanger. You know, women are violent. And Brian, I saw the story you sent me right before I went live today. I'm definitely gonna speak on what that heifer did. Women are violent. That's why I'm doing this video. People like, Jay, why are you doing it? Because I want to prove every chance I get that Western women, yes, these are Western women, they are just as violent as men are. They try to make it seem like only men are doing violent crime. These heifers are right there with them, neck and neck, in violent crime, because nobody holds these women accountable. This is why this heifer can get behind the wheel of her car and mow down 3 people. Is because they believe they can get away with it. She went to court and didn't even offer a plea because she could care less, because she thinks she's going to get out of it because she's a woman. That's their mentality. That's their mentality. Absolutely sickening. Absolutely sickening. But this is where we're at. This is absolutely where we're at. Salute to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all like the stream. The Shreveport horror show is much worse. Stop this obsession with Ashlee and take care of your mental health. Let me tell you something, jackass. I'll talk about whatever I want to talk about on my show. That dude got his TV turned off after what he did. Okay, he's right now in hell with the devil. What's more to say? It's a sad, sick situation that shouldn't have happened, but he ain't here no more. He's somewhere burning in hell right now. All right. Do you want me to go live and talk about how it's good that he's no longer here? Do you want me to cook him and talk about how disgusting of a guy he is and how he never deserved to have children? I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. If you want to hear about this guy, you can go to anybody else. You can go to anybody else and hear about this guy in Shreveport. But he ain't here. He's somewhere burning in hell, okay? With a lot of liquid, okay? That's where he's at. So to make a whole live stream about that is not something I'm going to do. Because he ain't, as they say, he ain't here to defend himself. What's good, Gerald? What's good, Devon? Salute to everybody that's here. I had to say that because, y'all not about to come in here think you got a gotcha with me. Do you know who you talking to? I'm talking about these heifers because these heifers are a part of the destruction of our society. Hello from East London. What's good, Saulberg? What's going on out there in East London? And shout out to the UK people that are watching. What's going on with this heifer, man? What y'all think about this? Do y'all think she need to be doing football numbers, life? They're not going to give her life. I mean, they're not going to hold these heifers accountable to that point. They're just not. Hold on a second. Yeah, like the stream, fam. Yeah, they just want to come and tell me how to run mine. Ain't dropped now one donation. But I'm talking about what's going on with Ashlee Jenae because we have a lot of delusional women who want to get on this platform and denigrate black men for no reason, just for them reacting to this news. We're just looking at what this person said. They are part of the destruction of our society. The upliftment of dysfunctional women are destroying our society. Men know it, and women are starting to realize it because they're starting to see it. You see it in Hollywood, how they try to present women as masculine and how they can kick a man's ass when we know they can't. But they, in their minds, they think they're men. And they think they can get away with anything. So we need to be doing some checking, some straightening, all that. Because if we don't, if black men like me don't speak up for black men, then who will? Ashlee Killer got away. Why can't? Right. The person who's responsible, who I believe and most other people believe is responsible for taking Ashlee Jenae's life, is still free. Now they're saying he's detained. Is he detained or he's in jail? Did they take his passport? We don't know. And you want to tell me about situations where the guys ain't even, the guy who perpetrated a horrific crime ain't here no more. They want me to talk about that. But the person who's responsible for why she's no longer here is still out here. And he's still breathing. But they don't want to talk about that because they know it hurts, because it hurts the divestment narrative. You divestors continue to embarrass yourself, and y'all want to tell us to shut up and talk about something else. I'm not shutting up talking about nothing but these heifers being, who need to get checked, especially the divestors who need to get checked about their behavior, about the way they be talking to black men. And if that pisses you off, then you definitely in the wrong place. Go watch people who are going to tell you what you want to hear. Black women who listen to me are going to hear the truth. And the truth is the elevation of white men is stupid, because I don't hear white men defending her, saying that what happened to her is bad and that white man need to be brought to justice. They're not saying it. They're not saying Joe McCann needs to be arrested. You don't see none of that. Yeah, no jail pictures, no mugshot, nothing. Right, Mr. Clean is definitely still here. And what makes this story even worse is that they went over to Africa, and apparently she paid for the trip. And he did this in Africa, Tanzania. JayeDeBlack, the Tanzanian authorities took away Joe McCann's passport. Okay, so they took his passport, which means that he's just staying in the country. He's seemingly able to move freely there. Right. They talk about black men not protecting them. You mean to tell me that a black man is not going to protect the women of his family? You're crazy. There are plenty of black men that will protect the women of their family. You heifers just don't like black men, and you go out of your way to distance yourself from black men. You go out of your way to distance yourself from black men. That's why you're not getting the protection you feel like you deserve, because you're out here talking crazy, and we can see that. We want no part of that. Yeah, Kathy. Some people are saying that she paid for the trip. Now, I don't know if that's been confirmed, but they're saying she paid for the trip. Is that what the divestor lifestyle is? Paying for everything? Right. They never call out Brad for not protecting them. They never do. But they get on here and they disrespect black men, which is crazy to me, because we're the only ones who will protect you. White men aren't going to protect you. You watch too many movies. And you listen to lying heifers who have their own agenda, who tell you differently. Again, make sure you like the stream if you haven't. Let me put this on the screen real quick so you make sure y'all are follow me on all the socials. You can send topics to the email right there. Make sure y'all follow me on all the socials. You dig? So yes, this is a topic that we need to talk about. It's uncomfortable. I understand. To black women and simps, this is uncomfortable, but this is a conversation that needs to be had, because you heifers ain't listening. You're not. You're making yourselves vulnerable to these white males who have self-hate of themselves. They, white men are told every single day that, they're beaten down verbally in media all the time. So they already have low self-esteem. And to them, they feel superior when they're with black women or non-white women, because those women put them on a pedestal. When you put people who already have low self-esteem on a pedestal and then you do something that angers them, these are the type of things that are going to happen. Yeah, Joe somewhere in Tanzania somewhere, probably sitting up in a hotel suite somewhere. Salute to everybody that's here. But we have to speak on this. And like I said, it's a very uncomfortable conversation, but it's a conversation that needs to be had because melanated women are out here losing their lives. They're losing their lives. Now, I want to go to a video that I came across on X. It's of a black woman saying that she can't pull no men, so she's hating on women who do. Okay. So I guess this is in Atlanta. This is a darker complected black woman in Atlanta, and she's upset. Let's put this up. Yeah, we going to Atlanta's dating. Atlanta has to be horrible for people who So let's get into this video, all right? We all gonna react to it together. All right.
Like, as a darker complex woman, dark skinned black woman at that, African woman at that, you know how they say
African woman. Now, I missed that. Now, shout out, salute to the FBA family. So we already know that she's foreign. She's a foreign black woman in Atlanta, and she's complaining about colorism and all that, right? And she's in Atlanta looking to date.
Black women are at the bottom of the barrel. I feel like we are literally the ground, the concrete.
That is not true, especially if you're in Atlanta. You mean to tell me that black men, if you're looking for a black man, she could be looking for a white man. You know, they're not choosing black women, seriously, in Atlanta? Now, if the black men are gay, of course they're not looking for black women. But you're trying to tell me that the black men who are choosing to date, what are they dating? They're dating white women? Or are they dating Latinas? Like, who else are they dating? Or are they looking all for the lighter complected women? This is my problem, is that you have women who are foreigners, even though she sounds like she's, born in the States, but she had, I noticed that the colorism angle always comes from women who aren't from here. They're usually women who aren't from America, but they probably grew up in majority white areas, because Africans are known to go to majority white areas. And she's bringing that self-hate mindset to this place, right? And she's complaining about not getting chose. Maybe you're just not a decent person. How about that?
We are the dirt. Because ain't no way that I'm sitting on this patio and all the black men that I see in this patio are with women of, and it's no shade to my sister girls, but I don't see them with not one black chocolate girl. They're all fair skin, light skin, or not black. And this is Atlanta. This is supposed to be chocolate city.
So let me get this straight. You're watching other couples and you're hating on them, people you don't know. So you telling me that whole time in Atlanta you ain't meet nobody as thirsty as black men are? Black men are some of the thirstiest men on the planet. You can't find a black man? I just don't believe that. Black men are hella thirsty. Okay? They're hella thirsty. I'm sure that there are black men who are into her who she's not into. So she's just sitting there hating on black men with non-black women or with lighter complected black women. You don't know those people. Those people could be from different states, different areas. You don't know them, but you're making assumptions. You're making assumptions.
Want to know the only time that I have seen a black girl this whole time I was sitting here was walking with a white man. That's the only time that I saw a darker complex woman that looks like me.
Because you want a white man. That's why. You want a white man. Like, you got black women or African women like her who you know damn well they want a white man, but they like to pretend like that's not what they're into, right? They like to pretend that's not their preference when we know that is your preference, but you're just there to just hate on black men you don't know. You're just there to hate on black men that you don't know. That makes no sense. That's just like, listen, if a black man was sitting there hating on black women and with non-black men, this video would be hella viral. They be calling him weird. They try to expose him, ruin his life. But she's sitting there in a public place talking crazy about people she don't know, saying that the only black woman, darker black woman that she sees with a white man. It's because you want a white man. And you can't get one, obviously. That's why you're complaining and you're big mad right now. The divester energy be everywhere. These chicks be out here cosplaying like they're in the black man when we know you're not. They out here cosplaying like they're in the black man when we know that they're not in the black man. Out here pretending that they're in the black man. When we know that that's not what you're into. You're just there. You're just single. You ain't with nobody. So you're hating on them, trying to shame them when we know that's not who your preference is. And then, yeah, why are you looking for love in Atlanta? Why don't you go to hook up with them country boys on the outskirts of Atlanta? Go to the country. Plenty of black men there that'll date black women, dark complected black women. Don't matter. Go get you a country boy. Trying to date in the city of Atlanta is wild to me, especially as a woman. Haven't y'all been warned for years about dating there?
I feel like as a darker complex woman, dark-skinned black woman at that, African woman at that, you know how they say black women are at the bottom of the barrel? I feel like we are literally the ground, the concrete. We are the dirt. Because ain't no way.
Imagine making a video. Imagine making a video where you are sitting up here calling yourself lower than dirt. Like that is... You can't make this up, man. You cannot make this up at all. I was here to say you sound like O'Shea. Nah, I don't know if we sounded like each other. O'Shea has his own unique voice. I don't think I could ever sound like him. But salute for being here.
Again, divestment seems more like a cult or a pagan religion than a movement. Them worshipping white men is no exaggeration.
Appreciate that. I think the divestment community, it was made up of incelled, melanated women. And they come together for their hate of black men because to them, black men are a manifestation of who they are. They don't want to be black women. They want to be everything else but that. That's why they don't leave their house without either a wig or a bonnet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she can go anywhere. She could literally go anywhere and find men that'll date her. But the thing is with women like this is that they need somebody to blame. It could be your personality. Maybe when men talk to you, you have a snarky attitude. And they're like, nah, I'm good. So I just think that she's projecting her own insecurities onto black men because women like her, where they come from, because she's African. She says she's African. They come from an environment where, white people or non-black people are treated differently. They have on a different whole hierarchy than the native black people. When you come from that environment, you bring that mentality with you to America. As I said before, black men are very, very thirsty, and they will date just about anybody. That's why I tell them, go to the outskirts of Atlanta, go to the country. You'll find plenty of black men that'll date dark-skinned black, but she don't want those men. She want the men other women want. or white men, you know. This ain't good.
That I'm sitting on this patio, and all the black men that I see in this patio are with women of, and it's no shade to my sister girls, but I don't see them with not one black chocolate girl. They're all fair skin, light skin, we're not black. And this is Atlanta. This is supposed to be chocolate city. You want to know the only time that I have seen a black girl this whole time I was sitting here was walking with a white man. That's the only time that I saw a darker complex woman that looks like me.
And that's who you want to be with. Out here pretending and cosplaying. Bringing that self-hate over here to Atlanta of all places. Like, women have been warned for years about going to Atlanta to date, and they still go there. Why? You got a big old state in Georgia where you can go find a man. You don't have to date men in Atlanta. There's plenty of places outside of Atlanta where you can find a man. But I think, a lot of times they just complain just to complain. That's what it's all about. Hold up. Let's see. Salute to everybody that's here. All right. Now let me see. I think I have another video here. Hold up. Let's see. Well, let me see if I can find it. Okay, we got another self-hate video. Hold on. I got to show y'all this. I told y'all this is going to be very uncomfortable. But we got another self-hate video. This female here, she's a 23-year-old woman. She said that her looks doesn't seem to appeal to men in the Midwest, that she's seen as unattractive, particularly in Iowa. Stop right there. Let's just pause it right there. You have a woman who's clearly biracial. She's in the Midwest, apparently in Iowa. You're in a predominantly white state. And you're saying that you feel unattractive. Now, this could be a play. This could be her seeking attention. But of course, the white men in Iowa are going to want a white woman. You don't really see a lot of white men with biracial women like that. They're either with white women or like non-white women, whether it be black or Latino or Asian, especially like Asian, right? So here we go with a woman who could clearly leave the state, because if she's right there, right next to Illinois, like she could go and move to Illinois. Doesn't have to necessarily move in Chicago, but she can move in Illinois. Like if you want to be closer to people who may find you attractive. But here we go with more complaints.
Blonde and white is the ideal type. Like, I live in Iowa, and 90% of the population here is white people. Me, to you guys, like, you guys might be like, oh, you look so good. Fam, I'm like the bold pick. I'm an exotic pick. It's rough out here. I was born in Florida, and if I grew up and lived in Florida, I know that I would probably be a completely different person with completely different experiences.
Right. You probably have a different accent as well. Okay. But again, you're 23 years old. You could actually leave. You could go back to Florida. You don't have to stay in Iowa. I don't get this whole thing of staying in a place where you feel unattractive. Like, you're an adult woman. You can move anywhere. Say, don't live in Illinois. Well, that's just the closest. If she wanted to be near more diverse people, she could move there. Or she could move back to Florida. But she could move. She doesn't have to stay there. Like, why would you want to stay in a place that doesn't find you attractive? And then you have to make a video about it.
Because this is humbling living out here. They would pick a 6 out of 10 white girl over Rihanna. Like, that's the kind of shit people are doing out here. And then you have to worry about them picking you because of like a fetish. I just need me a Latina mommy, or I just need me a mixed baddie. I'm just trying to be with someone who loves me. It's also worse out here when like the guys that do like me are like the lowest tier human beings, and I'm
See, what if I'm telling you, man, it makes sense with a lot of these mixed chicks, man. They come from these environments. This is why they tend to have low self-esteem. Not all of them, but they come from in situations where they have, they're trying to get chose by white men, and those white men are not checking for them, so they have to go to the desperate of the the incel type white men. You know what I'm saying? Because again, now from my understanding, there are black people in Iowa. It's I do know there are black people who do live in Iowa. You got two big colleges there. You got Iowa and Iowa State. You have black people who moved from Illinois into Iowa, from my understanding. So I just don't buy that, she can't get with nobody. She wants to be with a white man. See, when you have a preference, it's very difficult for you to look elsewhere. And it's clear she's not looking anywhere else except for white. Right.
so sorry to say that, but I'm saying like they contribute absolutely nothing to society. They're degenerates, or they're criminals, or they're just wilding. Like, what vibe am I giving off? My parents have always recommended to find our love elsewhere, and I understand why. It is spread out and barren out here.
Okay, then her parents tell her to find love elsewhere. So wait a minute. So your parents had to tell you, listen, why don't you look elsewhere? She ain't even looking nowhere else. She not even looking nowhere else. She's only looking in one direction. Her parents had to tell her, her white and black parents had to tell her to look elsewhere. That is crazy. So why are you making this video again? Why are you looking at, why don't you look for, I don't know, somebody that's not white? Maybe you'll find love there. Maybe another biracial person. We've seen plenty of mixed people get together. I'm pretty sure there's other mixed people there. She clearly wants to be with a white man, but she wants a white man who's going to love her like he loves white girls. I don't know. That just, it's very unrealistic. It's very unrealistic for these white men to treat you just as good or better than white women. It's just never going to happen. I just wish these females understood this. They understood that these white men are not going to treat them better than they, or just as good or better than white women. And just like she said, her parents told her, what's good, Ramir? Her parents told her to look elsewhere. Your own parents had to tell you to stop looking for white men.
It's hard seeing people in different places that look exactly like you and they're being treated like queens. And I'm like, keep your head high. Keep your head high, ladies. I'm keeping my head high.
Well, I mean, again, why even stay there? Like, come on now, seriously. So you're just gonna be there complaining? I just couldn't. Like, if I'm having a difficult time dating, I'm moving. I'm not about to sit up here and wait for things to change or wait for the right person. And you could just tell with her speaking that she knows that if she was to go somewhere else, she would be treated better. She knows this and proceeds to then say, have the attitude of, well, I guess I'll just stay here. Maybe things will change. What's good, Anika? She can relocate to Kansas City, Missouri, where there's plenty of black men, or go to Des Moines, where there's are some black men in Iowa. Right. I've heard that. I've heard Davenport. A couple of those different cities in Iowa have black people. Is she going there, or is she just afraid of black people? Maybe it could, because you could just tell she grew up around nothing but white people. She'd probably be intimidated by seeing another black person. She knows where the black people are in Iowa. She don't want to go there. See, that's that mentality too. She probably has never really grew up around black people, and she don't want to be around them. Because if she wanted to, because again, you have dating apps. Like, you don't have to, like, especially in your state, you don't have to like be around. You can meet them on the internet. Everybody meeting each other now on the internet. Yeah, Cedar Rapids. There are different cities in Iowa that I, from what I understand, there are black people in those cities. Iowa, they're literally wondering if anybody remembers if they exist and running from tornadoes. Right. Listen, I see these young chicks moving, like soon as a female turned 20, 21, she moving to Florida, she moving to California. But then you got those that stay in state. They stay there in their state and complain about the dating. But again, she could just meet somebody online. You don't have to move there. It just, you have to put the effort in. But I think, again, it's the thing about the putting whiteness on a pedestal and believing that whiteness is the way to go. It's just crazy. It is. Never short as a black woman on the site. Let me play this one more time.
Being non-white in the Midwest is not for the weak. Being blonde and white is the ideal type. Like, I live in Iowa, and 90% of the population here is white people. Me, to you guys, like, you guys might be like, oh, you look so good. Fam, I'm like the bold pick. I'm an exotic pick. It's rough out here. I was born in Florida, and if I grew up and lived in Florida, I know that I would probably be a completely different person with completely different experiences, because this is humbling living out here. They would pick a 6 out of 10 white girl over Rihanna. Like, that's the kind of shit people are doing.
You're not Rihanna. Come on. And Rihanna's not mixed. Like, come on, man. Like, there are plenty of mixed women you compare yourself to, but Rihanna's not mixed,
Out here. And then you have to worry about them picking you because of like a fetish. I just need me a Latina mommy, or I just need me a mixed baddie. I'm just trying to be with someone who loves me. It's also worse out here when like the guys that do like me are like the lowest tier human beings. And I'm so sorry to say that, but I'm saying like they contribute absolutely nothing to society. They're degenerates, or they're criminals, or they're just wilding. Like, what vibe am I giving off? My parents have always recommended to find our love elsewhere, and I understand why.
And why aren't you following their advice? It's clear she's not following their advice. She only wants to deal with white men. So I wonder which parent is black and which parent is white. I know someone said in the chat that her mother might be black and her dad is white. That could be the case. That could really be the case. Because if her dad was black, she'd probably have a black boyfriend. I'm just saying. So that could be what it is. She grew up in a household, possibly, let's say, with a black mother and a white father. And that could be why she's so obsessed with having to be with a particular person. And your parents having to tell you to find love elsewhere.
It is spread out and barren out here. It's hard seeing people in different places that look exactly like you and they're being treated like queens. And I'm like, keep your head high. Keep your head high, ladies. I'm keeping my head high.
So that is that video. Salute to everybody that's here. Let's see. What else we got here? We got... somebody brought up Hillary Duff. Hillary Duff. I think Hillary Duff has aged well. We've seen various posts of her, working out, so to speak. So, yeah, a lot of people been sending me this Hillary Duff story. So let me pull that one up real quick. Give me a second. All right.
So you thought it was like almost a red flag that he was too nice?
I think I was just like not ready to accept all of that yet. I was like coming out of that.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Hillary Duff did an interview where, according to this caption, she revealed that she didn't want Matt, I'm assuming that's the guy is that the guy she's with now? Y'all let me know if is that the guy she's with now. At first, because he was too nice and she wanted something chaotic even after just experiencing a divorce. This is the majority of Western women. They always want a headache. You know, this is why men who are in and out of jail are chased by women. Women like chaotic men. I mean, this is just something that women are into. It's not just a black thing. It's a white thing as well. You see these white girls always chasing after the bad boys. You see white girls from, middle class backgrounds with street dudes. It happens. So seeing Hilary Duff, actress, saying that, it just shows you that this is why women just can't find love. And a lot of them may not even deserve love because they're always looking in the wrong place. Yeah, Hilary Duff was an actress. She was a Disney actress. Over 20 years ago, she basically had her own show, Lizzie McGuire. And yeah, she was on the show, Lizzie McGuire. But, she's kept herself up over the years, even after marriage and whatnot. So her saying this just confirms that a lot of these women are the cause of their bad relationships. Men are always blamed for being the cause, whether it's cheating, whether it's some sort of abuse claims. Women are never held accountable in relationships. This is why they always end up never really with anybody. They always end up alone. Yeah, I just posted a video today about Taraji P. Henson. Taraji P. Henson is alone, and she's still blaming men for why she's alone. No, you're a horrible person to deal with. People don't want to deal with you. You have issues. You need therapy, But let's get into it.
Like a long relationship, a divorce, like I was just like chaotic.
Yeah.
I think I needed some chaos first.
Yes. Meeting a nice guy that's actually going to treat you well. You're like, wait, can you pause for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Let me get
I'll
my
be
shit
back.
together and I'll come back.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I believe this was after she was in her 30s. And they like, so when y'all get on social media and complain about men, we should ignore you. And you talk about how you want a nice guy. This is what these helpers be saying. They want a nice guy, a good guy. Maybe y'all should stop saying that. Just say you want an asshole, right? But who's a little bit more decent than the previous one. Just say that. Stop putting it out there that you want a nice guy when a lot of you heifers don't want a nice guy. You want an asshole who treats you a little bit better.
Totally.
Okay, wait.
Nice. That's not really a thing.
So you thought it was like almost a red flag that he was too nice?
A red flag? Oh. A red flag? Do y'all hear this? Women think it's a red flag when a man is good to them, treats them well, doesn't abuse them, doesn't cheat on them. Something's wrong with him. Do y'all hear that? This is why men are on demon time. I'm going to say this again. I'm getting like Umar. This is why men are on demon time. This is why men are on demon time. And they're out here screwing women, having multiple children. This is why I can't get mad at NBA Youngboy. Why would I get upset with him when you heifers say it out of your own mouths that a man who is good to you is a red flag? So why should I be upset when these rappers or anybody else is impregnating you heifers and not helping you with the child, not marrying you, just leaving you for the next one? Why should I be upset with those men? Why should I care about your sob stories? You clearly don't care. You clearly don't have no value in yourself. You don't think that you're worth a good man. And a lot of you deserve to be single. You don't deserve a good man. You deserve to be single.
I think I was just like not ready to accept all of that yet. I was like coming out of that, like a long relationship, a divorce. Like I was just like chaotic.
Yeah. It's
I think
almost
I
like-
needed some chaos first.
Yes, meeting a nice guy that's actually going to treat
Yeah.
you well. You're like, wait, can you pause for 2 seconds?
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
get
I'll
my
be
shit
back.
together and I'll come.
Let me go over some details. Let me go over some details of Hillary Duff's divorce. Now, let's see. Hillary Duff got married in 2010 and got divorced they got separated in 2014, and the divorce was finalized in 2016. Now, this is what she said. She said the split described as horrible but necessary choice. The couple, married in 2010, aimed for an amicable separation to co-parent their son Luca, avoiding the dramatic conflict she experienced during her parents' divorce. All right, look at the settlement. According to reports, Hillary Duff kept their Beverly Hills. Now, she was married to an NHL player. She was married to NHL player Mike Comrie. Now, the settlement was Duff gets to keep the Beverly Hills mansion, but he had to pay $2.4 million for his share of but he was paid, but she had to pay her ex-husband $2.4 million for his share of the property. So she had to pay him to keep the house. Then they both agreed to joint legal and physical custody of their son. In early 2026, Duff opened up about the experience, noting that choosing to end a family is a huge, horrible choice to make. She emphasized that she did not want to repeat her parents' contentious divorce, prioritizing a functioning co-parenting relationship. Hillary Duff has since remarried and had 3 more children with her husband, Matthew Coma. So her and her current husband have 3 kids together. And this is the guy that she's talking about. The guy with the red flags. What's up, Vern? Gerald, what's up?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, wait.
Nice. That's not really a thing.
So you thought it was like almost a red flag that he was too nice?
I think I was just like not ready to accept all of that yet. I was like coming out of that, like a long relationship, a divorce. Like I was just like chaotic.
Yeah.
I think I needed some chaos first.
Yes, meeting a nice guy that's actually going to treat
Yeah.
you well. You're like, wait, can you pause for 2 seconds?
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
get
I'll
my
be
shit
back.
together and I'll come back.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, wait.
Nice.
So that is the clip from Hillary Duff, and people are just going in on her in the comment section, and they should. We have to weed out this type of mentality. You can't have a functional society with women who think like this, because there are men, unfortunately, that do want to get married and they do want to have families, and they're running into women like this. But fortunately for the new guy Matt, that she ended up remarrying and having 3 kids with, it worked out. But there are other women who feel this way, who won't get remarried. They'll end up destroying a good man due to their own BS, right? Unhealed. The real unhealed are these heifers. Those are the real unhealed people. Salute to everybody that's here. We here live, people. Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. Let's see what else we got here. See if I got something else here. Oh, yeah, let's look at what Bow Wow had to say. Bow Wow put up a post about good men. Speaking of good men, Bow Wow is basically said that, good men get treated horribly by groupies. That he, speaking from experience, being at his shows and seeing how these women will cheat on their partners. Let's get into this. Bow Wow says he feels bad for good men after seeing the same women backstage at his shows, Chris Brown shows, and Trey Songz shows. So he's saying the same women be going to these shows. Y'all go see a woman's social media and she be going to all these different concerts, right? Her and her friends. These women are trying to get chose because apparently they're hanging out at the hotel. They're trying to get chose. The groupie mentality ain't went nowhere. Okay. These women's mamas and aunts were groupies and now they've become groupies. That's just how it is. If you have fame and money, these women are going to want you. This is why I don't understand why you dumb rappers are paying to have relations with extra average heifers. I just don't understand it. You got women who pay Chris Brown just to take photos with him. And from some of the pictures I've seen, they're not ugly women. So why are you paying to have relations with extra average BBL heifers? That to me just makes no sense. Why are you paying mid extra average heifers to have relations? That's just crazy to me. But let's get into what Bow Wow had to say in this post. Y'all probably can't see it, but I'm gonna just basically read what I see, right? This is what Bow Wow put up. My Uncle Snoop and Nate Dogg was ahead of their time when they was talking on All About You because, man, it's the same girls that was at Breezy Bowl months back that's all in our back rooms. Now that's about to go back to the next party room. Ha ha ha. Or I just seen them posting from my brother Trey Songz show. If you tender, stay your ass inside. The demons is outside this summer. Like I said, I'm a flirt. Now the moral of the story is cuff your chick because, hey, this ish really be crazy. These girls is in they fun era and I feel bad for the good guys out here. It's not even summer yet. They going. This is what he posted. And some of the men are not happy about this, man. Let me tell you do something. You should welcome people like Bow Wow putting these messages out here. You should embrace it. Why are y'all getting mad at Bow Wow? I don't understand. Did he hit a nerve? Is some of you dudes with females who are groupies, who be going to concerts and shows? Your chick is getting chose standing right next to you, getting picked out the crowd. Did it hit a nerve? You can't trust these heifers. You talking about generational groupie behavior. I'll tell you, these heifers, mothers and aunts were groupies, and so are they. And so are they. Yeah, they're paying money, and I'm telling you right now, Chris Brown is smashing some of them girls. He's pulling them women into them rooms. Him and his entourage. They're paying for photos. He's bringing them into the rooms. That is what's going on out here. We should welcome this because this is just a peek behind what's going on backstage. A lot of good dudes, man, who work hard, who actually pay for these concerts. These are gifts to their girlfriends, and the girlfriend don't want you there because she on groupie time. She's paying $1,000 just to go and take a picture with Chris Brown. This is Western woman. This is the Western woman we've been talking about for years. And you got beta male simps, and you got these goofy heifers who are trying to tell y'all that this doesn't go on. Oh, it's going on. And a lot of you dudes, your women are straight up groupies. And they be circling their calendars for when these guys are coming to town. And it's not just one artist. You got multiple artists that may come through the city during the year who they're going to go see, and they're going to be on groupie time. Look at how these women be dressing when they go to concerts. They dress like they're at the club. They're trying to be seen. And the crazy thing is, most of these women are sleeping with the entourage. They sleeping with the security. They're not even sleeping with the artists. Your girl is out here getting ran through by the broke entourage. The dudes that ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? They get their rooms paid for, they get their food paid for, but that's about it. They get some hand-me-down clothes from the tour. That's who your wives and girlfriends are screwing. He just made out with someone's wife on stage. It's crazy. But I'm supposed to believe that women of today don't do those things? What? Are you serious? And you got these dumb professional athletes and rappers paying for it. Paying for chicks that done had all types of surgeries. But you got women who willing to give it up for free. Just like y'all tell passport bros, you can get with the women right here. Why you going overseas and paying for it? Well, we can ask the professional athletes why they paying for it. Ask their favorite rappers why they paying for it when they don't have to. Not my girl, Jay. Right. They always say that. It ain't their girl. It ain't their girl. I guess these dudes think, well, she's not gonna hook up with Chris Brown or, Bow Wow or Trey Songz at a show. Oh, you think so? You think so? That's what's going on out here. The groupie mentality ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. It just, you got a whole lot of tricking being done on these platforms. These rappers and athletes are uplifting extra average women who've had multiple surgeries. Giving these heifers money when they don't even need to. That's the sick part about it. You got women willing to give it up for free. And you out here paying for it. Just like y'all claim the passport bros out here paying for it. Boy, your favorite rappers out here paying for it. Look at Lil Baby. Look at the women he paying for it. They all expose him. Every time he pay a chick to sleep with, they all expose him. But he done pay them. It don't matter. It don't matter. Salute to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. These women is screwing. And the sad thing is they're paying just to take photos. What you think they wouldn't do? Come on, man. And women can be very aggressive. See, that's what people don't get. Women, especially groupies, are very aggressive. And if they want to get a entertainer's attention, they will go through anything just to get their attention. Just to get their attention. And the thing is, people look at the IG models or the OnlyFans heifers, and they see how the elevation of them, right? And they say to themselves, I guess you got to pay for it now. You don't have to pay for it. It's a specific type of female that you may have to pay for. But if you're famous and you're successful, you're going to have groupies. You're going to have groupies. A lot of them ain't going to have the BBLs, the ballooned lips, right? Fake tits. This is why I tell y'all to stop uplifting these extra average heifers. It's not good to uplift extra average heifers. It's not good at all. So, salute to everybody that's here. Salute to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all like the stream. This has been a great show so far. It's a great show. Let's see if there's everything that I've been able to speak on. On a second. Okay, let me go back to this UK heifer. And let's listen to her talk about mental health after she done ran over 3 people.
You know, it's so difficult for them to differentiate who's like actually mentally ill and who just takes the piss, because mental health is one of them things where you could look absolutely fine and be fighting for your life in your head. Like, you could literally...
This is the female that's facing attempted homicide charges. This is her talking about mental health.
Actually be fighting for your life, and you could have so much other things going on and you could look fine, like, i.e. me. The amount of things I have going on at the moment, not to delve too much into personal stuff, because I do post everything on here, but I don't post a lot of things, believe me. Like, I just think that's crazy. So just be nice to people when you see them on the roadside or passing by or in work or in the gym or just wherever you're going. Just be thoughtful for what people are actually going through in their heads, because it's not easy to be inside your brain sometimes. Sometimes you are your worst critic, and like, you're just worst enemy sometimes. I said about sometimes, but
yeah, look at the amount of work in her head. Now, mind you, she used to be a singer. Like, she has a YouTube page. She hasn't posted on it in like 11 years, but she's like a singer. She was also on the UK version of The Voice, I think, possibly. Not The Voice, but is it The Voice? She was on some show also. But yeah, look at this. Why? I mean, now mind you, this is a Jamaican, looks like a maybe possibly biracial Jamaican with balloon lips. They used to make fun of the big lips. Now the big lips are a thing now. White people could not have possibly made that a thing. No, that's a black female thing. That's black women with their full lips emulated all over the world. That's why I don't understand why black women feel, are getting their lips done. You already got big lips. What are you doing? But you should also understand that people emulate you as well. Why you have a big butt? Why are you getting a BBL? It's just sick. Absolutely sick.
you know, it's so difficult for them to differentiate who's like actually mentally ill and who just takes the piss, because mental health is one of them things where you could look absolutely fine and be fighting for your life in your head. Like, you could literally be fighting for your life, and you could have so much other things going on and you could look fine, like, i.e. me. The amount of things I have going on at the moment, not to delve too much into personal stuff, because I do post everything on here, but I don't post a lot of things, believe me. Like, I just think that's crazy. So just be nice to people when you see them on the roadside or passing by or in work or in the gym or just wherever you're going. Just be thoughtful for what people are actually going through in their heads, because it's not easy to be inside your brain sometimes. Sometimes you are your worst critic, and like, you're just worst enemy sometimes. I said about sometimes, but
now this is her social media. Y'all can see it. This is her social media. All right. Now, 300,000 followers. Now, see, as y'all can see, she's Jamaican. Now, if you're out here living your best life, how do you go and run over 3 people? Like, how? What would possess you to do that? Yeah, she's non-FBA. She's a British Jamaican. When I tell y'all, these chicks who claim they're living their best life are some of the most unhappy women out here, they really are. That's why they have to drink the way they do. This heifer was drunk when she did what she did. Fighting over a Tanzanian rapper. According to her, fighting over a Tanzanian rapper. Let's see if I can find a post here. See, I don't think it's here. Okay, let me bring this up. They're fighting over this guy here. This is the guy they're fighting over. Maybe y'all know about this guy. I don't know about him. But apparently this is who these 2 girls are fighting over. This dude has a gray hairline. But this is who they were fighting over. That one person may possibly but yeah. Fighting over this Tanzanian rapper, right? I don't know this guy. But this is who they fighting over. Have y'all heard this rapper? That's who cosplaying. They all cosplay FBA, but then they win something. They bring it. They throwing their flags in the air. It's crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? But this is what they fighting over. They get all their swag from us. You feel me? Everything. The chains, jewelry, even down to the shades. Everything. The way they read it, hell, like it's just. But yeah, this guy right here. That's who they're fighting over. This guy. That's the video of the whole thing. I don't want to show it. Let's see now. This is the woman that lost her life. This is Claudia Glam. She had the work done, of course. That's why I call it the BBL Bowl. Tanzanian rap looked like fabulous. the Tanzanite Quavo. All right. Right. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like this is the girl that's fighting for her life currently. It's like these women get all this work done just to fight over rappers. It's sick. It really is sick. No self-esteem, man. No shade, but no self-esteem. That's what's going on out there. I don't want to show too much of, but yeah, that's them brawling right there. No, this guy is Tanzanian. He's from Tanzania, which is the tie-in. Y'all want to know what the tie-in of these topics? He's a Tanzanian rapper, and the Ashlee Jenae lost her life in Tanzania. Man, it's a lot going on out there. It's just absolutely crazy. But yeah, all these girls living their best life, fighting over rappers nobody's ever heard of. I think that might be everything that I want to talk about. Make sure that y'all go and check out that other video I did on Taraji. Is linked in the description box. As a matter of fact, let me put it. Can I put it? See, edit. And salute to everybody that donated today, and all the viewers here. Listen. As much as I disagree with how she conducted herself, I think Ashlee Jenae should get justice. I think Joe needs to be put behind bars. But who's going to, but will he? That's the thing that may not happen because, people say that, people can be paid off, and some of these publications they're not speaking about it. They're really not. They're trying to ignore what Joe did. But they'll talk about every other incident, especially if a black man is involved. They're definitely going to talk about it. Let's see. I think that's everything. Is there a topic that I missed? Is there a topic that I missed? Y'all let me know in the chat if there's a topic that I missed. Damn, my chat is. Let's see. Yeah, Joe got away with it. Salute to everybody that's here. Yeah, it definitely don't fit the agenda. And it's like, y'all talk about everything else, especially in regards to black. Shout out to Ernest. Salute to Ernest with the super chat. I couldn't see it here on this chat, but I see it on the other one. Salute to you, Ernest. Shout out to you for supporting, bro. I did a video today about Taraji. It's in the description box. It's in the chat room. You see the link? Now, let me do a synopsis real quick. Taraji is 55 years old. She's a 55-year-old single woman who had a very traumatic experience with her child's father. He lost his life very brutally. This was right around the time Baby Boy had come out, right? And I think ever since then, her relationships have not gone well. I don't know if she's gotten therapy for that. She also accused him of being abusive to her at one point. But has she ever gotten any type of counseling or any type of, for that? Because, you're in your 50s. And she keeps herself in really good shape. I'm not even taking that from her. But she clearly has psychological damage from that situation. And she needs to be healed in some form or fashion. And I discussed how it's sabotaged her relationships, and now she's becoming a femcel. YN lovers, they have to be, because the men their age are not checking for them. Thoughts on Gucci Mane? I think Gucci Mane did exactly what I thought he was going to do, because Gucci had something to lose if he wouldn't have said anything. He would have lost his artists in Pooh Shiesty, and he would have lost any money in regards to Pooh Shiesty. So I knew, because he's in his CEO era and his wife is in control of his faculties, he was always going to tell. Now, he's not sat down and put out a formal statement publicly that the police have said, hey, he put the statement out, or he's not formally been called in to do anything, right? But he did the song. And he did exactly what I thought he was going to do, because he wants to keep, not only does he wants to keep Pooh Shiesty's money, but he wants to punish Pooh Shiesty because he got embarrassed personally. And I don't think Gucci sees himself as a street dude anymore. I think he got that out of his system when he was in prison. That's what prison do to you. When you sit in federal prison for years, it changes you. And you don't come out trying to be no street dude no more. He got off the drugs. He's on medication. He's not on that type of time no more. So he's embracing being a CEO. He's embracing making money. And that's what he wants to continue to do. And I don't think he regrets his decision at all, because what y'all gonna do to Gucci? So I knew he was gonna do that. The streets is dead. People need to let the streets go. Let it go. All that street, none of that matters anymore, man. The streets are ran by fatherless males, and there is no code. None. What's good, Darlene? Jay, did you do a video on the black man in the street? But no, I did not do a video. I spoke about a little bit earlier in the stream, Kenneth. I said that the black man who wiped out his family, he got his TV turned off, and he's now burning in hell, as I said earlier on. I didn't need to make a video for that, but I let people know how I feel about that. He's no longer here, and he's a guy who should have never been able to have children. There are people who can't have kids. He should have been one of them. And that's what happens when you get rejected. You got these broke, bummy, effeminate men who get rejected, and they crash out. They crash out because they got rejected. just weak. And we need to weed out the weak. And unfortunately, his children lost their lives because of what he did. Because he was a weak man and he knew he was a weak man. And instead of him just, turning the weapon on himself and not his kids, he decided to end his kid's life. When he should have just turned that weapon on himself and did the world a favor. Yeah, he did. He got his TV turned off by the police. Shout out to the police. People like that, should they really even be in jail? Listen, I wouldn't be shocked if the police said F'd it and they just took him out. I wouldn't care because he ain't here. He's some way, again, burning in hell with the devil. That's where he's at. Yeah, you can never let a woman control your emotions like that. And I've spoken about that. These males are letting women control their emotions, like how women let men control their emotions. This is how weak this generation of men are. They're led by their emotions. This is why the red pill is hated. This is why people attack the red pill philosophy, because the red pill philosophy teaches men to have self-esteem and to not put women on a pedestal. And they hate you for that. If you believe in putting yourself before a woman, they attack you. Do you know how crazy that is? That a man gets attacked because he puts himself first? Would you rather this Shreveport situation where this man was with this woman and had all these kids and then decided one day he was going to take all of their lives? Would you rather men be that pathetic and weak? Or would you want men to have backbones and have self-esteem? But no, they want a society full of weak, bitch-made men who don't deserve to be living amongst us. I refuse to be one of those type of men. But that's the type of man that they want out here. They want men like that Shreveport guy. Men who are controlled by women. And if they can't be with that woman, he takes her life and the kids' lives. And they don't want capable, logical men who would never do that. Those men get attacked. This is why men should embrace the red pill philosophy and the going your own way philosophy, because you should never put a woman on a pedestal to the point to where if that woman leaves you, you want to kill her and the children. But this is the society that they want. But there are ramifications for having a society full of weak beta males who are not leaders, who are weak. There are ramifications. Because men who are logical and who are fully capable of being leaders, who understand that their children are important, they also understand that if you break up with a woman, you can leave her alone. You don't have to be with her. But no, y'all want these weak beta males who have feminine energy and they react to a situation like a woman. And again, I'm not saying a woman would do this, even though we've heard stories. But I'm saying is a man with feminine energy is a ticking time bomb. No, it is a hypersonic missile. That is what a man with feminine energy is. It's a hypersonic missile. That's just, you never know where it's going to hit. And they want a society full of men like that. They want to attack the manosphere and the red pill. Say whatever you want about the manosphere. Say whatever you want about what has happened to the red pill. I will support men telling other men to get their shit together. And you wonder why they attack that, because they don't want men to get their shit together. They want men to be weak beta males that they think they control. But let me tell you something right now. You cannot control a man with feminine energy. You just can't. You just can't. And to try to do that is just a waste of time. And lives are going to be lost because of it. Those police were probably so disgusted by him. He wasn't going to walk away from that situation anyway. And I don't feel bad because he did that to himself. It's called accountability. It's called accountability. You're not going to, people can talk shit about him all they want to. The guy got what he deserved. I mean, I'm just being honest. I mean, you're out here, you're a mass murderer. You're a threat. You're a threat. And the police handled that threat the only way they could. They made Shreveport safer with him off the streets and into a grave. No, I've seen clips, Antonio, of the interview, but I haven't seen the whole thing. She seems very hurt still after all these years. But that's why I tell you, gentlemen, embrace the red pill philosophy. Don't let these losers tell you not to. They want you to be feminine and weak just like them. They want you to be a woman worshiper like them. Don't worship women. Worship success. Worship being able to build something for yourself and your family. Don't be no weak man that puts a woman on a pedestal and then you crash out when you can't be with her. Don't do that. Don't do that. I think that's it for me. I appreciate y'all for being here. Salute to everyone that's here. Shout out to the moderators, the channel members, the Patreons. Make sure y'all also join the Patreon. I do put up exclusive content. I'm due to put up a video. It might be part 2 of the whoring in Houston that went on. And probably some other things as well. But I want to thank y'all for being here today, for supporting me, and being a part of the live show today. And just speaking overall about everything that's going on. Black men are under attack once again, but we strong. We always been under attack. We've been under attack for generations, and we always are still standing. You can't defeat us. You can't. No matter who links up with who, it still never matters. It never matters. We continue to move forward. And y'all continue to try to figure us out, but you can't. We're unbeatable. Absolutely. Nothing can stop us. We can only stop ourselves. This is why the red pill philosophy will always be there and will always be better than everything else out here, because a lot of you guys, you don't really understand the war that you're actually in. A lot of you guys think, oh, well, if you just learn this about women, it gives a fuck. Learn about yourself, right? Learn about yourself. You need to free yourself of this BS, and don't let anybody tell you how you should live your life. You don't owe anybody, you don't owe no one explanation but just you don't owe anything to anybody but yourself at the end of the day. All right, people. Thank y'all for tuning in today. I'll see y'all on the next live show, hopefully soon. And y'all take care and have a great rest of your day. All right? Good night. All right?